सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ओम शांति शांति शांति। ओम पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते। ओम शांति शांति शांति। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादं शङ्करं लोकशङ्करं शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। चैतन्यं सर्वगं सर्वं सर्वभूतगुहाशयम् यत्सर्वविषयातीतं तस्मै सर्वविदे नमः। A very interesting discussion is going on where the author is refuting the well accepted view that Atma is communicated by negating what Atma is not. Neti neti is a very well known method of communicating Atma or Brahma. Here the author is refuting that standpoint. How can you communicate something by negating what it is not? You can only communicate by describing or pointing out what it is. And therefore there must be pramanam positively which establishes Atma. In that the author has presented anumanam as a pramanam. In the verse 120 say, Yada bhasena samvyaptaha sajñāteti nigadyate tremetad vivicchyatra yo janati sa atmavid. So in this vyavhara of the knowledge, the three factors are involved: the knower, the known, and the knowing, and the karanam, jnata, jnaya, karanam, and jnanam. So what is the name? Vishaya bhāhyah, vishaya kritihi. The form that the mind takes, such as the ghatakara, that ghata is the bhāhya vishaya. That which is responsible for giving it the form of ghata is called karanam, the eyes in this case. And the one that pervades both the karanam as well as vishaya is the jnata. Yadabhasena samvyaptah sa jnata. So Jnata knows both the Karana as well as the Vishaya. Tremetad vivichatra yo janati sa atmavid. One who knows these things separately and knows the self as different from all of that, he is atmavid. So one who knows oneself as a sakshi or eliminator of the jnata, jnaya and karanam and jnanam, he is atmavid. एकमेकतराभावे यदानोपलभामहे तृतीयं तत्रयो वेद सा आत्मा स्वाश्रयाश्रयः. Where each one of these three is dependent upon each other. If one is not there, the jnata or the jnaya or the karanam, then the other two also cannot be. Tritiyam tatrayo veda, one who knows all these three, sa atma, one who elimines all the three, sa atma. All these three have their ashraya in Atma, but Atma has its ashraya in itself. Samyak samshaya mityoktaha pratyaha bhavichariणाः ekayavavgatisteshu vedastu pratyarpitaः. Different pratyas, different thoughts are there. Samyak, when something is known correctly. Samshaya, where there is doubt. Mithya, where the knowledge is wrong. Pratyayaha vyabhichariणाः. These are all mutually exclusive. When samyak is there, some other two are not there, one is there, other, so they are mutually exclusive. Ekayavavgatisteshu. But avagati, the knowledge, the consciousness that pervades in mutually exclusive, they don't coexist. When samshaya is there, other two are not there. Samyak jnanam is there, other two are not there. But that which is there, even when others are not, ekayeva avagatihi, avagati, the knowledge that illumines them, is one, vedastu pratyarpitaha, the Veda in samyak jnanam, samshaya, mithya is only in the pratya, only in the nature of the thought. They exclude each other, but then one that is common to all of them, avagatihi. Adi Veda yatha Veda, just as the crystal, appears threefold because of the three color objects placed before that, and so also ashuddhi parinamascha sarvam pratyaya samshrayat. That avagati, consciousness, may appear impure, may appear changing, but all impurity, change, all of that belongs to the thought, not to the consciousness that is contained in the thought, elimines the thought. Prasanam grahanam siddhi pratyanam ihanyatah. That the pratyas shine, declare themselves. Sfuranam, they are revealed. Grahanam, that they are perceived. Siddhi, that they exist. Anyatah, that a pratyaya or a thought shines is not because of itself. That it is perceived is not because of itself. That it exists also is not because of itself. Anyataha. Who is that anya? Aparoksha tadevoktam anumanam pradipavata. Like a lamp that illumines those entities which are not self-illuminating. Similarly also, none of these self-illuminating. Therefore, aparoksha anyataha. It is due to something else, there is aparoksha. Tadev uktam anumanam. So this anumanam that the author presents, that the thought shines, the thought is perceived, that thought exists, all of this is the satta, sfurti to a thought are provided by some other entity, which must be aparoksha, immediately the self. That is how the aparoksha atma is established by this mutually exclusive pratyayas. Because each one of them depends upon the other for its existence, for its revealing, for its perception. So that upon which all of these are dependent, like the ghata-pata dependent upon a lamp for their shining. So that is how by Anumanam we establish the Atma, there is a paroksha or consciousness, a paroksha, immediate. So this the author says a positive pramanam. Anumanam, pramanam that is presented here in this verse is a positive way of communicating Atma. That existence of Atma is established by the fact that these things depend upon something else for eliminating them. All of them are paroksha or pratyaksha, therefore aparoksha Atma must be there. Like a pradipa is there to eliminate this ghatapata. In this verse, the author presents his view of establishing the existence of aparoksha Atma. This is how aparoksha Atma can be communicated in a positive way, he says. कि मंजित ग्राहयेत कश्चित् प्रमाणेन तु केनचित् वनेव तु प्रमाणेन निवृत्त्यान्यस्य शेषतः. A person can communicate about an entity such as spot by a pramanam, like the eyes. Vina eva tu pramanena. Without pramana, with the eyes, you have to communicate that this is not a elephant, this is not a table. Anyasya nivritya. By negating what it is not, how is it possible to ever communicate what an entity is? Then we say, Shabdena eva pramanena nivrittaschedi hochade. Shabda is a pramanam. Shastra is a pramanam. Nivritti, anatma nivritti. That the anatma is negated, anatma is let go. By negating what anatma is, that is what the Shruti does. So why not? So that is what Shruti does. Adhyakshasya aprasiddhatvat. Says you know the existence of Atma, but not that Atma is adhyaksha or a witness. So Shabda Pramana can tell you that Atma is aparoksha, but that is adhyaksha, it is a witness. Adhyakshasya aprasiddhatvat. But adhyaksha or the witness is not known. Therefore, this proof of communicating Atma by what Atma is not will equally apply to Shunya Atma. Shunyavadis also claim that Shunyam is self-revealing. And therefore, you will fall in the same category as these Shunyavadis. Shruti did not keep Shunyavadi in the mind to communicate this, Shruti simply kept in mind the listener and said that he says, but then Shunyavada does the same thing, therefore all. How do you say that? By negating what Atma is not, that you are communicating a positive entity and not a non-existent, non-existence. Chetanastvam katham dehe iti chet. But chetanayoho viruddhatvat. You are chetana, therefore you are not a chetana. That can definitely say it. What the Shruti is negating is what you are not. You are chetana, and chetana, the conscious, being a consciousness, is contrary to unconscious. Therefore, viruddha swarupa anya nivritti shabdena kriyate. Therefore, by negating a chetana, it is said that you are chetana. And therefore, achetana viruddham chetanam parishishyate. So by negating a chetana, what remains is chetanam. Chetanastvam kasam deha iti chet. Verse 120, you are conscious being. How can you be deha? That is how deha is negated. Iti chet. So this is how we negate what you are not. Aprasiddhitaha chetanasya. That's all right. So you know what you are not, but how do you know that you are chetana? Chetanasya aprasiddhataha. You know what you are not. I am not the deha, but that I am chetana or consciousness. Anyataha siddhau evam syat anyahanataha. Siddhi dharmani pratyogini ayam na bhavati. First of all, when Atma is established that it is there, you can say Atma is not Deha, Atma is not the mind, Atma is not this. Tadatma nishedena viruddhatva rupatva upadesha syat. Because you are identified as the body, etc., so you can see you are not the body. When that you are there is first established. Nacha adhyavi chetana padha prathak siddha, but that chetana is separate from this, is not yet established. Therefore, how do you arrive at yourself being chetanam? By saying you are not the body, you are not the mind, etc. To say that you are not a chetana, you must assume that you are chetana. And to say that you are chetana, you must assume, that you must be chetana. And to say that you are chetana, you must assume that you are chetana. To establish chetanatva of Atma will require establishing achetanatva of the body, etc. To establish achetanatva of the body, etc. will require establishing chetanatva of Atma. Anyonyashraya. So first we establish Atma is chetana, then it's all right. Atman atyandam aprasiddha tasya swatasiddhatvat. But Atma is not like anything else, not totally unknown. Swatasiddhatvat is self-revealing. So adhyakshaha swayamastyeva chetanasya aparokshataha. Adhyakshaha swayamastyeva. Adhyaksha consciousness is, because chetana is aparoksha, is your own self, is the immediate self. Tulya evam prabodhasya anyasya sattvavadina. Then Buddha says that shunya also is aparoksha. So by using the word aparoksha, you are establishing conscious self, or you are equally establishing shunyam. So whether you will know shunyam atma, you know chaitanya atma by negation, na prabodha siddhi. Therefore, the Atma is Chaitanya, or Chaitan is not established because the same method is used by the Buddhas to arrive at the conclusion that Atma is Shunya. So, in a very strange way, the author, for a strange reason also, wants to establish that you cannot establish existence of Atma by negating what, even though it is ever experienced, it is self-effulgent. He keeps always equating with shunyam. The Buddhists also is the same method. So find fault with that method. Why do you find fault with this method? Buddha's method, they are establishing shunyatva atma in the same way. So just because Atma is not Shunya, therefore Atma is not Chaitanya also, in a way that is what you are establishing. Anyway, Idanim smriti balena svata siddha adhyaksha siddhim shankate. So you are going all the way round and round and round. Smriti balena. But ahamidam ajnasishamiti vyavhare. When you say, I knew this ghata, so have you seen this? Yes, I have seen this. I have seen you. I have seen that. So when you say, I have seen this entity, an object, then there is I, seeing, and ghata. Three things are involved. I saw this part, when you say, or I have seen this part, that includes the part, including seeing, includes I, the seer also. That means all these three, they are appreciated or they are recognized simultaneously. When you say that I've seen this part, all these three occur simultaneously. I, the seeing, and the part. And so when you remember it in this way, that means that the experience also was simultaneous. So in your memory, if there is simultaneousness, simultaneity of the knower, the known, and the knowing, then while you experience, then also these three must have been simultaneous. Says no, pramanyepi smrute shaigriyad augapadyam vibhavyate. You say that the jnata, the jnaya, and the jnanam, all these things are simultaneously remembered. Says no, they are not simultaneous. They occur in quick succession, therefore you think that they are simultaneous. Shaigram, they occur in such quick succession that you cannot distinguish the time period between them, therefore you think that they take place simultaneously. Kramena granam puram smrute. That shows that in the memory of when you experience, I have seen this part. This I, part, and seeing were not simultaneous. They were in krama or in sequence. I was first, seeing was second, part was third. Because I has one akara. The memory of I has one form. The memory of part is the different form. The memory of perception is the third form. These three forms are different from each other. Therefore, these three forms cannot exist simultaneously. You may feel that you have seen them simultaneously, but then these three mutually exclusive things cannot exist simultaneously. Therefore, they must have occurred in quick succession. The succession was so quick that you did not recognize that occurring in sequence. Yugavat smriti iti abhimana shaigrya nibandhana iti bhavaha. That your conclusion that this all simultaneous was because of the speed with which they occurred and not that they occurred simultaneously. So that was the verse 129. Now we can continue with the verse 130. Smrute yaugapadya abhave karanantarmaha. That in Smriti, the knower, the known, and the knowing cannot be simultaneous. Yogapadya, simultaneity. That these three cannot be simultaneous. Karanantaramaha. The teacher gives us the other reason. In the verse 130, Ajñāsishamidam mam cheti apeksha jayate dhruvam visheshopekshate yatra tatra naivaika kalata. So these are all relative. Sapeksham is relative. Ajñāsrisham idam mam chayati. Someone says that I knew myself as well as part. Ajñāsrisham, I knew. Idam, this part, mam cha iti. So this is our experience, that I knew the part as well as myself together. Apeksha jayate dhruvam, but no, each one, the I, the idam, the object, each one of them is mutually dependent or they are relative. It says, idam iti akara hi pratyaksha apekshaya, pratyaka apeksha. This part is called this part. Part possesses thisness which is in relation to I, the subject, which possesses the subjectness, I-ness. So the part could not be known. Part can be known as a part, as an object, only with reference to subject. The part cannot be known independently object, as an object. The part is known as an object depending upon knowing this knower as a subject. There are all objects, anything is established object only with reference to subject. And the subject also is established subject only with reference to object. So, mam iti parāgapeksha dihi jayate. I knew myself. That is with reference to what I am not, like the part. The part is known as that with reference to I, who is I, and I know myself as I with reference to that, which is not I. तथा च यत्र विशेषः अन्य प्रतियोगिको अपेक्षते. Thus, where there is a dependence, one is known anya pratiyogika, one is known relative to other. The subject cannot be known as subject without the relation to object. If the object is not there, you are not a subject. You become a drashta only when there is drishyam. And that becomes drishyam only when you are a drashta. Each one of them expects the other. So this drishyam is called drishyam only with reference to drashta. Therefore, first when drashta is there, then drishyam can be there, or drishyam can be there, drashta can be there. Both of them cannot be simultaneously. Idea of drashta comes only when first drishya has come. Or idea of drishya comes when first drashta has come. They cannot be simultaneous. Tatra eka kalata yogapadyam. To think that drashta and drishyam, both of them, shine or occur at the same time is only because of the yogapadya, is because of the yogapadya is, or it's shigrata, shaigram, becomes so quickly that you think that they occur simultaneously. This quick succession gives you the notion of simultaneity. So this is Bauddha view. There is no continuity. Only quantum. One thing is over, the other thing arises. Smrute vishayatascha swarupascha yogapadya bhavat. So smriti vishaya, such as the aham or idam, that's the vishaya of the smriti. Swarupataha, smriti itself, yogapadya bhavat, meaning that the objects are also not simultaneous, and memory also is not simultaneous, because each memory, first memory of the subject, the memory of object, etc., they are in quick succession but not simultaneous. Yogapadya, because the form of the memory of the subject is different from the form of the memory of the object. This is ghatakara. Memory of ghata is ghatakara. Memory of subject is subject akara. These two akaras are different, therefore they cannot be simultaneous. So, Swarupataha, because they possess different forms and also they cannot be simultaneous. Vishayataha, because the object is with reference to subject and subject is with reference to object, therefore Vishayataha. Yogapadya Sambhavat. Yogapadya simultaneousness cannot, simultaneity or simultaneousness cannot be. Kartradi Siddhya Aikya Anumapakarta Anupatti iti uktam. Therefore, just because karta is there, Anumapakatva Anupatti. Anupapakatva means Anumanam. The Anumanam cannot take place just because karta is there. Kartradi Siddhya Aikya Anumapakatva Anupatti iti. So, if karta is there, then also that there is smriti as oneness cannot be established because karta, karma, karanam, that's different. So even if these three are simultaneously experienced, then also you cannot say that they are, in fact, that they are one or simultaneous. Because they are different forms and therefore they can't exist simultaneously. Kartradinam anubhava sadhana abhadapi. See, the nature of kartru, karma, karana is such that they have different form, therefore they cannot be simultaneous. Then anubhava sadhanam, that which we experience, karta, karma, karana, they are also different, therefore also they cannot be simultaneously there. The yugavat tat siddhi sambhavana iti atmana iti. Atmano grahane chapi त्रयाणामिह संभवात् आत्मन्यासक्तकर्तृत्वम् न स्यात् करणकर्मणोः. आत्मनो ग्रहणे चापि त्रयाणामिह संभवात्. आत्मनि आसक्तकर्तृत्व. Here the author will say that for perceiving anything you require a perceiver. Perceiver is the agent of the act of perception. So if you want to know karta, then you must have the knower of karta. If you want to know karma, then you must have the knower of karma object. If you know jnanam, you must have knower of jnanam. So without this triputi of knower, known, knowing, nothing can be known or established. Therefore, atmani asakta kartrutvam. When you know Atma, then there is a knower of the Atma. That knower is only engaged in knowing Atma. Simultaneously, he cannot engage in knowing the Vishaya, object, etc. The knower is engaged in knowing one entity at a time. He is not simultaneously available for knowing other entities, just as a knower of the subject is not simultaneously. The knowerness is confined to subject. At that time, there cannot be knowerness of the object. He is knower of object, simultaneously cannot know of the subject. Atmani asakta kartrutvam nasyat karana karmanoho. The kartrutvam that is engaged in knowing the Atma is not available for knowing the karana. Means the eyes or means of knowledge or karma, the object of knowledge. Ayam artha yatha vishasya grahane karta karanam karma cha yadi tritam apekshade. Just as for knowing an object such as a pot, you know the knower, known and knowing, and of course the eye is the karanam. Tritam apekshade, these three are required. So they are the anubhava sadhanam. Evam pratyekam kartradigrahane tritam apekshaniyam. Similarly, if you want to know karta, then there should be knower of karta, a means of knowing the karta, in the object karta, object of knowing karta. If you know karanam, there must be knower of karanam, means of knowing karanam, the object karanam. Want to know karma, the knower of karma, the means of knowing karma, the object karma. So, karta, karanam, karma, iti tritem apekshate. For any kind of a perception, the perceiver, the perceived, and the means of perception are required. Evam pratyekam kartradigrahanepi tritam apekshaniyam. Similarly, if you don't know karta, then also knower of karta, means of knowing karta, and karta, the object, will be required. You want to know karma, then knower of karma, means of knowing karma, karma is required. If you want to know the karanam, then again knower, knowing. Tritayam apekshaniyam, all the three are required. तथा च आत्मनः प्रमातुः चकारात् प्रमेयस्य प्रमाणज्ञानस्य आत्मनो ग्रहणे चापि. That's how the verse says. So atmana grahane. So also for knowing atma you require the knower, known and knowing. Chakarat, atma is pramata, so prameya, and then pramanam, so prameya, pramanam, and the pramata. These three entities are there. To know pramata atma, you again know pramata, prameya, pramanam. Just as to know prameya, you know pramada, pramanam, prameya. So also for knowing atma, you know pramada, prameya. These three are required. तथा च आत्मनः प्रमातु चकारात् प्रमेयस्य प्रमाणज्ञानस्य ग्रहणे भी. We say that this is not so in case of atma because self-effulgent. For knowing atma, experiencing atma, you do not require karanam. Atma is never an object because it is your own self. So rules that you are applying to Ghatapata do not apply to Atma. But here Atma is accepted as an object of knowledge and the rules are applied. Tranam kartradinam iha apeksha sambhavat. Therefore, for knowing any one of them, they will never, all the Tripurti, all the three are required. तत्तत् कर्त्रादि स्फुरम अंतरेण तत्तदर्थस्य तदनुभूतत्वनिव सिद्धेः. The karanam can be known only when the karta is there and karma is there. Karma can be known when karta is there, karana is there. Karta can be known if his karta and karana is there. Tattat kartradi sphunam antarena. First the karta, etc. and karanam must shine, then only that karma will reveal itself or will be illumined. Tattat arthasya anubhutatva niyama asiddhe. There is no niyama that something will be known without the karta and karana being there. Kartradi anavastha prasajjeta. To know karta you require karta, karanam, karma. To know karanam you require. So you know each one, you require each one there. Which one will you know first? Kartradi anavastha prasajjeta. Therefore there will be infinite regression. Tahiva kartradivi swarupa siddhi sambhavat kivityana avasthayati. Why do you think that karta requires another karta to know? Karta is self-revealing, therefore you don't require anything else. Swarupa siddhi sambhavat. So why do you say that this is anavastha? Then it says atmani asakta kartrutvam nasyat karma karana karana karmayo. Atmani, it repeats the same position. Atmani ekasminneva swasiddhau asaktam upakshinam yat kartrutvam. Meaning that the kartrutva, the knower, this engaged in knowing the Atma is not available to be known, for know the karanam and the karma. Therefore, karana and karma cannot be established when you are in the process of knowing the Atma. And Atma and karma cannot be established when you proceed in knowing karana. And the Atma karana cannot be established when you are process of knowing the karma. तथा च एकस्मिन् अवभासे कर्त्रादिभावेन अन्वीयमानानां तदेव अवभासानंतर साधनत्व अन्वयोगात् तथा च एकस्मिन् अवभासे when one is shining कर्त्रादिभावेन अन्वीयमानानां, so therefore when there is knowledge of kartu, the karta is illumined. Tada eva, at that time itself, abhasanantara sadhanatva anvaya yogat, at that time same thing cannot illumine the karana and the karma, as we saw. Na kartaradi tritayasya yugavat anubhava sadhana. Therefore, karta, karma, karana cannot be simultaneously illumined, because whatever it is that illumines karta is engaged in illumining karta at that time cannot illumine karana and karma. What is engaged in illumining karana cannot at that time illumine karta and karma, etc. So there is nothing, there is no mechanism available to you to know all these three things simultaneously. Therefore, yuvat anubhava sadhana sambhavana tad asiddhi tad avastha ityartha na kartradi tritayasya yugat anubhava sadhana sambhavana. Therefore, there is no way that you can simultaneously experience the karta, karma and karanam. And therefore, tad asiddhi, they cannot be established. कर्तरादीनां युगपत् सिद्धि अभ्युपगमे व्याकरण विरोध भी स्यात्. If you say that you know all these three simultaneously, that also will contradict the rules of grammar. So says verse 132. व्याप्तुमिष्टं च यत् कर्तुः क्रियया कर्म तत्स्मृतम् अतो हि कर्तृतन्त्रत्वम् तस्येष्टं नान्यतन्त्रता. यत् कर्तुः व्याप्तुमिष्टं क्रियया तत् कर्म स्मृतम्. What is called karma? Yat kartuhu kriya vyaptamishtam. So this is called karma, like a part, like an object, which the knower, I, illumine or pervade completely. Then this is called karma. Atohi kartutantratvam tasyeshtam. Therefore here kartutantratvam, the independent entity is karta. Nanyatantrata, the doesn't depend on karma or karanam, the karta is only swatantra karta. That's a sutra of Panini. What is meant is that in all the different vibhaktis of karta, karma, karana, sampradana, apadana, adhikaranam, the only thing that the independent is karta. Swatantra karta, karma depends upon karta, karanam depends upon karta. Rest of them all depend upon karta. If karta is not there, karanam, nothing can be established, whereas karta requires nothing else to establish himself. So Panini Maharshi said, Swatantra karta. Kartuhu kriya vyaptamishtatamam tat karma smritam. So kartuhu ipsitatamam karma yadi panina smritam ityartha. So what is karma? Karma here is not action. Karma here is the object. Karta is the subject. Karma is the object. Karana means of knowledge. And that is called karma, which is kartuhu ipsitamam karma, which the karta wants to very much perceive or know or pervade. Ipsitam is most desired. So most desired by karta is called karma. That's the reason why the karta has activities to know something, to objectify something. So in the objectification, that is the most desirable thing by me. So karma is something most desirable by karta. That is what, as far as karanam is concerned, other things are concerned, they are not as desirable to karta as the karma is. And then when karma, then karanam and other things come. First of all, karta decides that I want to see this part. Then the eyes which are means of seeing and any other requirements are satisfied when, first of all, the karta decides what it is that he wants to know or what he wants to act upon. For a pot maker wants to act upon a pot. That is the most desirable thing for him. Then other things come into play, like the machine, potter's wheel or some stuff like that will come into play. So, vyaptum ishtam cha kartuhu kriya karmata smrutam. So that which is most desirable by the karta, kriyaya, that the kriya or the action that a karta performs is for the sake of karma. A pot maker does various things for the sake of pot. He may do something with the wheel and he may do something, other things also. He may correct the clay and so on and so forth. But the most desirable thing is pot. Clay becomes desirable because of pot, etc. So that is called karma, which is, what is this karma in all of this stuff? The pot is the karma, because that's the most desirable for the potter. Ato hi kartu tantratvam tasyeshtam. Therefore, karta is the one that decides karma, or karta is swatantra with reference to karma. Nanya tantrata. Karma depends upon karta, not upon anything else. Yasmadevam atah tasya karmanah sakala karaka prayoktru swatantra kartu tantratvam ishtam. Sakala karaka prayoktru. The karta ultimately puts into action or brings into operation all of the karakas. He says twice, come on, eyes open, look at that way. He says, hey, we have to give this part for this client. Bring this object from here to there. So it is karta that brings into operation all other karakas. He is swatantra, all karakas are partantra. So kartu tantratvam ishtam. All karakas are dependent upon karta. This is what is Sage Panini has said. Na anya tantrata. Na tad vyatirikta adhyaksha tantrata. Meaning that these don't depend upon adhyaksha as witness. They depend, independent entities karta, the knower, and not even the witness. Na tad vyatirikta adhyaksha tantrata. If you look at Pani, then also it is very clear that all these operation depends upon the knower and not upon the witness. Uktanyayana tat sadhaka asiddhehe. Therefore, this vyavahara of perception, etc., can establish a knower, but not the sakshi. The vyavahara of knowing requires a knower for sure, because that's the karta and everything depends upon that. So this vyavahara of knowing can establish the existence of knower, Not the existence of Sakshi, because Sakshi, is not required in this functioning. Therefore, tasya karmanah sakala karaka prayoktru swatantra kartutatmavishtam, that karma or object is determined by or controlled by the knower, the karta, not adhyaksha. Na tad vyatirikta adhyaksha tantrata. The karma depends upon the known, depends upon knower and not upon the sakshi. Therefore, from the known you can establish knower, you can't establish sakshi. From this vyavahara of knowing, you can establish Atma as knower, you cannot establish Atma as sakshi. Because knower is required for sure, sakshi may be there, not there. Uktanyayana tat sadhaka asiddhehe. So vyavahara of knowing definitely requires a knower, but he is the karta. And so the vyavahara of knowing establishes a knower, not the witness. Not that witness is not there, but this vyavahara cannot arrive at the existence or establishing the existence of adhyaksha. It can establish the existence of karta. तस्माद् विधिरूपेण प्रवृत्तादेव प्रमाणात् अभिमतवस्तु सिद्धिः. Therefore, with our arguments, vidhirupena, only when a pramana tells you what a thing is, then only you know something and not by other way around. Pramanat abhivatavastu siddhi. Only when the pramana, the eyes tell you that this is a pot, then only the pot is known or existence of the pot is established, and not by saying that this is not cloth and stuff like that. Na anya nisheda matra avasanaditi. Merely negating what it is not will not establish the existence of the pot. By revealing that this is a pot, that is how the existence of the pot will be established. Iti upasamharti. So Shabdadva, verse 133 says, Shabdadva numitervapi pramanadva tatonyatah siddhis sarva padarthanam syadajñam pratinanyatha. Shabdat anumiterva. Shabdat means by Shruti. Shabda is the pramana in a vyavahara also, but here it is Shruti. Anumiterva, by anumiti, by anumanam. That because these three are known, therefore this trikam is known, therefore the illuminated other than that is established. Pramanadvat. So either anumanam pramanam. Shabda is the pramanam, anuman is the pramanam, tata anyatah siddhi sarvapadathanam syad. Therefore, anything, the existence of anything can be established either by shabda, by describing what it is, anumiti or by anumanam, anyatah, or by perception, pratyaksha. Agnyam prati, one who does not know what this entity is, or one who has not seen this, so he will be made known that this is a pot, either by saying that this is a pot, or by anumiti, anumanam, that there must be a pot because my hand has this shape, stuff like that, or by perception of the pot. Agnyam prati, one who does not know the part, that person will require either the shabda, the description, or anumanam, the inference, or pratyaksha, the perception. Nanyatha. There is no other way that an object such as part can be communicated to someone who does not know it. Anyata anyasmat pratyakshadeva iti. Either pratyaksha, by seeing, perception. Jadanam pravutta pramanadeva siddhirastu. What you are saying applies to the objects that are jada, not self-revealing, achetana, like pot. The swam chetanasya, but Atma does not fall in the category of a pot. Atma is chetana, self-revealing, therefore you can't apply to Atma the same rules that you apply to a pot. Iti ashankyaha. Having doubted that, it is being said, next verse. Adhyakshasyapi siddhisyat pramanena vinaiva va vina swasya prasiddhistu nāgnyam pratyupayujyate. Adhyakshasyapi siddhisyat pramanena vina eva va. Suppose one argues, Adhyaksha is witness self-effulgent. Therefore, pramanena vina eva va siddhisyat. It does. What is pramanam? Pramanam is that which illumines his object. Eyes are pramanam for illumining this object, the color. Ears are pramanam for illumining the sounds. So every pramanam has a scope within its own, objects, and the role of pramanam is to illumine that object, which is otherwise not illumined. So, now Adhyaksha is self-illumined. So you don't require a pramanam to illuminate Adhyaksha. This is the argument. Adhyakshasyapi siddhisyat pramanena vinaiva va. We say Adhyaksha, the witness, is conscious entity, therefore it's self-revealing. So it doesn't require something else to reveal. You require pramanam, like eyes, etc., to reveal something that cannot reveal itself, which achetana. But Atma is chetana, therefore does not require the pramanam. Vina swasya prasiddhistu nāgnyam prati upayujyate. Vina swasya prasiddhistu. But as long as it's already prasiddha or known, how will the ignorant person know? Says the Tika. See, jadanam pravutta pramanadeva siddhirastu. For achetana, you require a pramanam which can establish its existence, which can reveal it. Na swayam chetanasya, what is self-revealing, doesn't require pramanam to illumine that. Meaning the role of pramanam to illumine this object. So says, adhyakshasyapi siddhisyat pramanena vina eva va. So this is the Purvapaksha. Ayam adhyakshasya siddhi Ajnasya sa pramanadhina navayati vikalpya. Yayam adhyaksha siddhi. The adhyaksha means witness. Siddhi means its existence. That witness is. For an ignorant person, that the adhyaksha, the witness is it dependent upon pramana or not? Does adhyaksha say, I am adhyaksha? That's how the ignorant person knows the adhyaksha. Or he requires something else to reveal that this is adhyaksha. Yayam adhyaksha siddhi ajnasya. For an ignorant person to establish the existence of witness, Sa praman adhinandava. Does an ignorant person know the self as witness by itself or when told? Iti vikalpya ante स्वप्रकाशमानस्य विना प्रमाणेन सिद्धौ अपि स प्रमाणाधीना. That's what the author says. Na pramanadhina, that's what Purvapakshi says. Then ante, if you say that, the siddhi or arriving at the existence of adhyaksha doesn't require a pramanam. Swarup prakash matrasya vina pramane siddhav api. Because adhyaksha is Chaitanya, therefore Swarup prakash matrasya. Prakash is the Swarupa itself revealing, therefore doesn't require the praman to reveal that. Even then, na ajñam prati adhyakshata tasya siddhati. Even if the existence is known, the witnessness is not known. Adhyakshata tasya na siddhati. Even if the consciousness is, I know that I am without any pramanam, but adhyakshata, that I am witness. For that witnessness of the adhyaksha cannot be established without pramanam, without being told. Vina sasya prasiddhistu najyam prati upayujyate. Unless adhyaksha says, reveals itself to be adhyaksha, it reveals that I am. But Atma does not say I am witness. That Atma is a witness, illuminator of all. Has to be revealed. Atma reveals its existence that I am. But Atma is adhyaksha, that needs to be told. Will by other pramanam. Najñam prati adhyakshata tasya siddhyati. So स्वप्रकाश मात्रस्य विना प्रमाणे सिद्धौ अपि. Even if what is swaprakash is siddha, meaning that it is known to exist as shining. Adhyakshata, that swam prakash atma is adhyaksha, is witness. That is not established. You follow? You know that you are, but you don't know that you are witness. That you are witness, that has to be revealed. You have to be made to know that you are witness. Not just you are, but you are witness. Iti dushayati. So this is where the point is. That we are concerned about the adhyakshata, the witnessness of Atma, not just a siddhi or existence of Atma. You are right that existence of Atma doesn't require any pramanam. The Atma is witness, certainly requires pramanam. And the inference becomes pramanam because you know these are witnessed, therefore there must be a witness. The author presented the inference as pramanam by pointing out that this knower, etc., they are all witnessed. And therefore there must be a witness. That is how the by inference the Atma was established as adhyaksha. Verse 123. Prathanam grahanam siddhi pratyanam ihanyatah. Prathanam sfuranam. Grahanam, perception. Siddhi, existence, that they are. Swarupalabha, iha. Anyataha. The idea is that thoughts cannot reveal themselves. Thoughts cannot exist on their own. Or thoughts cannot be grasped by themselves. They require something else to bring them to existence. They require something else to illumine them for them being known. So thoughts are known. Thoughts are siddhi, that they shine. the Grahanam that they are known, that they are, that shows that there is something other than them that is responsible for this, because they cannot come to existence on their own. They cannot shine on their own. Anyatah, anyasmad, aparokshat, aparoksvad bhavitum arhati. So this is the proof, or either a pramanam, or the pramanam of nature, inference provided by the author. The thoughts, they shine. Thoughts are known. Thoughts come into being. The thoughts have no capability of doing this on their own. Therefore, you would accept that there is entity, someone other than that, who brings them to existence, who illumines them, and who knows them. Achit svabhavatvad, because thoughts are achit. So here simultaneity, etc. is not the point. Here the achit, therefore they cannot shine. They cannot come into existence on their own. They cannot shine on their own. They cannot be perceived on their own. Whether this takes place simultaneously, that is not the point. That perception of thought takes place, exists, thoughts come into being, perception of thoughts take place, thoughts reveal themselves. So simultaneity is not the point, that this cannot be because the thought are achit. And therefore there must be an entity other than them which brings them to existence, which illumines them and which knows them. So Atma, which imparts existence to thought, which imparts shining to the thought, which knows the thoughts, is established. So this is how Pradeepavat, the pot, first of all, lamp. The pot's existence is established by a lamp. The pot shines in light of the lamp. The pot is known in light of lamp. That the pot is established by the lamp, light of the lamp. The pot shines is established by the light of lamp. Pot is known is also established by the light of the lamp. Because pot is not shining on its own, so a thought also is achit. And therefore thought requires a lamp for it to establish that it is, for it to shine, for it to be perceived. So Atma, thought being achit svabhava, therefore Atma brings them into existence, illumines them and perceives them. So simultaneity, etc. is not the point. Understand? So arguments that are presented later on for Shruti, etc. will not apply here. Here it is said that the thought shines. Thought exists. Thought shines. Thought is known. That establishes the existence of conscious entity which brings it to existence, which makes it shine, and which makes it known. And that is Adhyaksha, that is Atma. So this inference is presented by the author as the pramanam for establishing Atma as Adhyaksha. Because thought is known, thought exists, thought shines, and thought is known. So there is something that imparts existence to that. There is something that illumines that. There is something that knows that. And there is Atma, Chetan, that imparts existence, that illumines and that knows. So that is how the existence of Adhyaksha is established by the author by this inference. And other things are being presented, whether in other way. Can you establish the Adhyakshatva of Atma or not? They are all being slowly taken up and refuted. Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। हरिः ॐ। श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः। हरिः ॐ।